start, Macy?
Oh, we're going to start now.
Oh, Mommy will read first. Continuation of physical versus spiritual works. Oh, we're done with Team Mary yesterday. So, we're going to the next one. We're still on the problems of doing physical works and worship. Mommy, you read.
Okay, Mommy first will read. Physical works or worship, more corruption or sins? The wonders, why is there pain and suffering? Physical works or worship equals desires of the flesh and the world. Wealth, treasures, gold, health, success, prosperity, possessions, title, power, gain, greed, pleasures, self-indulgence, etc. We desire for the things we used in physical works or worship, like offerings of crops, animals, money, and etc., and idols or temples, all the treasures in it, cost of construction or projects, the economy or business from it, etc. And we desire more of them as we hope to gain more of them by doing physical works or worship.
One problem of physical works and worship is we become more corrupt and sinful. Physical works and worship equals money. Oh, you read this one, Macy, the blue one.
I like it.
Some people may covet our teaching.
Anyone? This one.
Anyone who teaches something different acquires and lacks understanding.
Good
Very
job.
good.
Very good.
Oh, read the rest, Mommy. Their minds.
Their minds are corrupt and they have turned their backs on the truth. To them, a show of godliness is just a way to become wealthy. The love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, and some people, craving, coveting, or desiring money, have wandered from the true faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows. Those who desire to be rich fall into temptation, into a snare, into many senseless and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction.
So, those are the supporting verses nitong that physical works or worship, yung law of Moses, it leads to more corruption and sins. So, dito sa Timothy, Paul was talking about those who preach another teaching, another gospel, yung nagko-contradict doon sa turo nila, which is about, what is the gospel about, Missy? It is about freedom. Freedom, yes. So those who teach any other gospel apart from freedom, those are the people who contradict the teachings of Christ. Yung tinuturo ni Paul, ni Timothy, and all the other genuine apostles, teachers. Those who are teaching the other gospel are arrogant, lacks understanding, they are corrupt, and they are just after the money. Parang ginagawang business or ginagawang corporation nga, nagiging parang market ang ang church, ang pagsasa Diyos. Godliness is just a way to become wealthy. So it's really the love of money. Yung sinasabing their God is their money, their God is mammon, or yun nga, money, bread. So we will learn all these things. We will give examples in the Bible and in throughout the history na ganun na nga nangyari. If you base your religion on physical works in worship, ito ang kalalabasan niya. More corruption in sins due to people's love of money. Yung love of gold, and it's idolatry. Diba? Because you will desire the things that is in the idol. Yung nandun sa idol, mga gold, mga precious stones and everything. Okay, next one.
Worshipping, desiring, putting your trust and devotion, love, heart or soul, and mind and strength to God.
So this is anong dapat gawin natin? How do we worship God? How do we love God? Read the green one, Macy. Love.
The green color.
This one. Look, this one.
Read it.
Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength.
Oh, very good. So that's the first commandment, di ba? Yung second commandment is to love our neighbors. So first and foremost, if you really are worshiping God, all your devotion, your heart, your soul, your mind, and your strength should be nakatuon kay God. All your desires, everything should be yun nga, spiritual. So in contrast, if we are doing physical works and worship, this one, money.
Worshipping, desiring, putting your trust and devotion, love, heart, soul, and mind and strength on the things of this world like gold, silver, bronze, precious stone, and wood, money, food, projects, buildings or accomplishments, riches, wealth, and etc. And adding a bit of God, cherry on top, apple on pig, or whitewashed tombs, or wolf on sheep's clothing, or a can of worms labeled with God or love, or eliminating Him altogether.
So yung kabaliktaran nga ng true worship, spiritual worship is physical worship, physical works and worship. So yung trust and devotion mo, your love, heart, soul, and mind, all your strength, nakatuon sa physical things. Example, yung idolatry nga. So, you are worshiping God through an idol. So, yung rebulto, you are desiring that thing. For example, kasi very precious siya eh. It's sacred, and anong nandoon sa mga rebulto? They are covered with
Gold.
with gold, with precious stones, silver. Talagang ninanakaw yan eh. So hindi lang yung pag-worship sa rebulto talaga yung problema. It's about desiring what's in the anong nakakabit na wealth doon sa rebulto, and anong desire mo, why you are praying, or why you are keeping or worshiping that rebulto. So ano yung desire ng tao? Yun nga, para yumaman, wealth, success, karoon ng maraming pagkain, food, money, and you want to build lots of things, you want to accomplish lots of things. So sabi ni God, those things, the desires of the things of this world, ito yung mga desires ng katawan natin, ng flesh natin. And kung mayroon tayo niyan, if we are desiring those things, we are always an enemy of God. Diba? Bakit? Because
Yun ang
We
nagiging
will always be hostile with God. Hindi mo masusunod daw, impossible mo daw masunod ang mga utos ni God if you are desiring all these things. Halimbawa, you give example, Mami. If your focus is to be rich, di ba? For example, you want to be rich, to have more money. Mawawala lahat ng, you will not be able to follow the law of God. You won't be able to become contented. You will always be envious. You will be boastful. You will be proud. And later on, you will have injustice. You will delight in unrighteousness na. Kasi parang domino effect na yan. Sunod-sunod na yung because of your desire to be rich. So, ito yung inaano dito natin na yun nga, yung pagsasadyos ng tao, it's always about physical things. And dinadagdagan ng as a cover up para sabihin you are doing it for God. You are adding the name of God. For example, sasabihin mo, I'm building this for the glory of God. Di ba? Or I'm giving this for God, for the glory of God. At the same time, you are becoming boastful. So, it's not the glory of God, it's your glory. Yung glory ng tao. Di ba? So, para siyang whitewashed tombs yung ginagawa ng mga Pharisees. So, they're like mga libingan daw na ang malinis sa labas. Outside, they're like godly. Pero inside, they are full of filth. Mga madumi, full of maggots and rotten things. So, it's just like wolf on sheep's clothing. You see, look at this. What's this? Oh, look.
What is
What's
that?
this? So, maraming mga ganyan, di
What
ba?
animal is that?
Wolf.
It's a wolf. Pero nagpapakita siyang sheep. It's actually wolf. Wolf on sheep's clothing. So, you can identify nga yung mga naggaganyan through their mabilis yan ma-identify. Tingnan mo lang yung status sa society, yung wealth ng, for example, a religious leader or even government leader. Makikita mo if that someone is a wolf on sheep's clothing just by looking at his bank account or lifestyle. Or eliminating God altogether, di ba? So yung iba nga na mga religious, ginagamit si God, yung name ni God, nagsasabi pa rin ng thanks be to God, glory be to God. Pero yung iba talaga, wala na. Yung lahat ng accomplishments, projects, success, talagang wala nang pinapasalamatan. Yung sarili na. Diba? So, that is more, kasi that's the height of, boasting, of pride. Read this one, Missy. The red one.
Where God is very buried.
Their minds. The blue one, this one.
The blue ones.
Minds are set is earthly things.
Earthly things.
Earthly things. Good job.
Mommy, you read the rest.
Okay. So, a greedy person is an idolater, worshipping the things of the world. They continued to worship demons and made of idols made of gold, silver, bronze, stone, and wood. Idols that can be neither see, nor hear, nor walk.
Oh, sandali. So, ang tinutukoy talagang idols is what? What are we talking about here? Kasi may mga taong example, Catholics, they are denying na they are doing idolatry. Na idolatry daw is not prohibited anymore in the New Testament. But all of this, ito sa Revelation, this is in the New Testament. So, this is in the future. Di ba? So, sabi ni God dito, kahit daw nagpadala siya ng maraming plagues, still, they continued to worship idols made of gold, silver, bronze, stone, and wood. So, talagang mga revolto to, di ba? We are not talking about, here, the other form of idolatry. So, bigay tayo ng example.
Look, what is that? Oh.
Look here.
Oh,
What is this?
what do you see there?
So, you can deny
Statue.
that you are doing
Statue.
idolatry. Pero that is idolatry. You can deny you are worshiping that idol. But your actions speaks otherwise. Actions speak louder than words. So, we are not trying to yun nga, na manira. We are trying to wake up those who are listening. And marami ng mga, hindi lang tayo ang nagsasabi nito. There are many people who are trying to warn people to stop this. Si God mismo, for a long time, since thousands of years ago, He's been reminding all the people not to do idolatry. Di ba? Na yan ang number one na ayaw niya nga. So, if you are doing this, you are a rebel. Kaaway ka ni God. You will never be saved. Oh, another one. Example, the gold. Look, Missy. Look. What's this?
These are gold.
Yeah, so these are from other religions. So, yun na nga ang common denominator. The idols of men are made of gold. Mayroong wealth na doon sa mga idols, di ba? So, katulad din dito sa Catholics, the idols have precious stones, have gold in it. So, it's a double idolatry kasi you are worshiping the rebulto at the same time the wealth attached on it.
So, ginawa mo na siyang pan-display.
Mahirap kasi doon pag wag ka daw lalapit sa sa apoy. Di ba? Para wag kang matempt. Wag kang lalapit sa apoy. So, as much as possible, tanggalin mo sila sa bahay mo para di ka matempt. Di ba? Yun ang utos ni God noon eh. You remove all idols in your sa Israel para nga wag kang matempt. Pero kung kailangan mo talaga mga palamuti lang, mga dekorasyon, well, kung malakas ang ang self-control mo, then fine. Kung di mo siya gagamitin sa panalangin, sa religious purposes. Pero kung niluluhuran mo na, or you are looking to it, you are trusting it,
Sacred.
ginagawa mo na siyang sacred, may mga superstitious beliefs ka na doon, So, doon na nagkakamali. Diba? So, as much, para mas safe,
Huwag na lang.
huwag ka nang lalapit sa apoy nga, sa temptation. Yung mga made of silver, na mga ganyan.
Shiny.
It's shiny, yeah. So, ito matinutukoy ni
What
God
color
na
is that?
Shiny.
attractive siya sa
Silver.
mata.
Good job.
The desires of the heart, of the eyes. Next one.
Read.
Read this one, Missy.
Work of men's
Hands.
hands.
This one.
Man made gods of wood and stone.
What do you understand, Mami? The work of men's hands.
Mga kinukit.
Yung artistry, yung skill ng tao. So, may element of kasi ito boastfulness and pride. Diba? So, inaano mo, you are desiring or you are boasting about your kasi ikaw nag-ukit nun eh. That is a work of man's hands. So, ang idolatry nga, mayroon siyang element of boasting and pride. You are boasting about your work, about your accomplishments. Diba?
Read more.
Read this one.
They have mouths but cannot speak. They have eyes but cannot see.
Oh.
For example, this one may say, you show them bubbles. Look. So, inanimate object nga siya. It cannot speak. It cannot see. Although mayroon siyang mouth, mayroon siyang mata. So, para siyang manika na ganito. You show it, Missy. It's like a toy. But, you are calling it, sacred. Kasi napapaniwala ka na it is, milagroso. There's a miracle on it. There is something godly on it. So, nadadala ka sa yung desires of the flesh nga. Desire ng ating mata. Mami, read this one.
They praised their gods of gold and silver, bronze and iron, wood and stone.
So, example natin dito. Ito.
Oh, who's that? What's that?
So, people will
Sun.
So, si Peña Francia, people will praise this one. This is not Mary. This is a goddess. Mary is not like that. And she will not even tolerate anyone to do that to her. Because she is a woman who has fear in God. May takot si Mary sa Diyos and she doesn't do idolatry. And people are just inventing things, inventing their forms of worship. Siguro kung makikita yan ni Mary, she will be angry. Kasi alamin mo sa Bible, walang biblical character na maka-Diyos ang gumagawa niyan. Ginagawa ba dyan ni Mary? Kasi sinasabi sa atin, we need to commune with Mary and the saints. Kasi mga holy men sila, holy women. So, bakit di ginagawa ni Mary yan kay Moses? Or kay Abraham? Kasi holy men sila eh. Kay Noah. Bakit wala silang rebulto ni Noah, ni Abraham, ni Moses? Kung dapat talagang gawin yan. Because we are asked to imitate Christ, di ba? We are asked to imitate the apostles, si Paul. So kung di nila yan ginagawa, why should we do it? Diba? Si Mary mismo, ginagawa ba niya yan? Kasi nung nabubuhay siya, yung holy men nila na namatay na, yung mga
Nauna.
ancestors, yung mga nauna, si Abraham, si Moses, so di nila yan ginagawa. They don't have images ng mga taong yun. So niloloko lang tayo ng mga, yun nga, mga false teachers who are convincing us na pwede mo lang gawin yan. No, it is a big mistake. Naloloko ka, you are being deceived. Another one. Macy, read this one. Look.
Help him to say to wood. Awake or silent stone. Arise, cannot do that. Behold, is all white with gold and silver, yet there is no breath in it at all.
Oh.
Good job.
So, let's watch this one. May mga tao kasing, yun nga,
I'm gonna make this simple for you. You got two choices. Yes or yes.
Ano daw yun? May kumasayaw?
so that's an example of ano, kasi nga pag nananalangin ka, you want, ang paniniwala mo is mayroong pagka-Diyos yung rebulto, di ba? So that is not something new. Mga ginagawa ng mga Pilipino, yung mga tao ngayon, it's not something new. Nung panahon ng mga Israelites, ginagawa na yan ng mga tao. So they say to the wood, awake, gumising ka, you move, you arise. But anong masasabi mo sa ganyan? Kawawa naman ang tao, di ba? Niloloko lang ng mga false teacher. Pinapaniwala na mayroong something there na spirit ni God nga. Ito daw si Jesus, baby Jesus. So dinadala mo sa kapahamakan
May nag-heart.
yung tao. Sinasabi mo okay lang na gawin yan, pumapayag na daw si God na gawin yan kasi naging tao na si Christ, nagpakita na daw, so pwede ka na daw gumawa niyan. And you are becoming naive. Sinasabing naive nga. Ano yung naive? You become parang
Food.
hindi naman stupid. You are becoming fool. Ang fool sa Bible yung walang alam sa salita ni God. Hindi yan yung sabihin stupid ka. You are may alam ka eh. Pero
Diadma.
it's not the wisdom of God. Wisdom siya ng wisdom ng kabila. So sit here, Missy.
Read some more.
You read, mommy, the title.
Too many stories.
Yes. Idolatry is not only about the idols or temples, but the wealth attached on them.
Missy, read the blue one. This one.
Read.
Read this one.
Desire.
Do not
Do not
covet
over of covet.
and then desire.
Desire is silver, is gold, that is on them.
Okay. Good job.
Sa Romans. You
You who abhor, hate, or detest idols, do you rob temples?
rob pagan temples.
Pagan temples.
So, yung idolatry daw, it's not only about yung rebulto nga. You are coveting or desiring the silver and gold, yung wealth na naka-attach doon sa idol. So, for example nga, yung mga Israelites, when they were set free from the slavery of idolatry sa Egypt, di ba? So, they left the rebultos, pero they brought along with them what? The wealth, mga gold, silver, and everything. So, yung desire ng tao nandun pa rin. The idolatry is still there. At katulad dito sa Amerika, di ba? So, sinasabing this is the land of the free, the Protestants, yung mga hindi na gumagawa ng idolatry, mga Christians. Yun nga, nadala pa rin yung idolatry of silver and gold, of wealth, of money. So, hindi siya matanggal-tanggal. At doon nagalit si God, di ba? Anong ginawa sa mga Israelites? Galit siya eh.
Nagkaroon ng war.
Hindi, they stayed on the wilderness
Ayun
for
nga pala.
how many years? Anong years ba? 40 years?
Okay.
Before they reached the promised land. So, yung yung love of wealth, of money, of the things of this world, malaking malaking form of idolatry. Kasama siya sa pagsamba sa mga rebulto. Sinasamba mo daw yung mga bagay dito sa mundo. For example, kasama na yung food. Sabi ni God, your God is your belly. Kasi if you desire those things, for example, food, hindi mo i-share, ipagkakait mo sa iba, di ba? So, ang iba naman, you are sharing, pero you are boasting about it. So, wala din. And dito sa Romans 2, Paul, sinabihan niya. Sino sinabihan niya dito, mami?
The Israelites.
The Israelites. Because the Israelites are boasting na, kami hindi na kami sumasamba ng idol, ng rebulto, idols. Sabi niya, you hate or detest idols, but you are robbing the temples. Yung mga kayamanan daw doon sa mga temple ng mga idols, inagnanasaan nyo pa rin. You are still desiring it. So, idolatrous pa rin yung mga tao. Diba? So, yun ang talagang binabago ni Christ. Yun ang gospel niya. Na we should be free of
Idols. Desire of the flesh.
idols, desire of the flesh, yung mga wealth. Okay lang karoon ka ng, sabi nga, if you become rich, make sure yung heart mo daw, yung puso mo, do not set your heart on your wealth. Paano mo sasabing you are not setting your heart on wealth? You make sure you keep this. Diba? Hindi lalaki ang ulo mo. This one. So, we will study until here. Or until here. Ano ba yung tinuturo ni God about giving? Read, Mami.
The law of Moses about the physical temple, tithes, and offerings were all a shadow or illustration of true worship, which is love, spiritual tithes and offerings of other people, spiritual temple.
Read
Will
this
an-
one, Mami. Read this one.
Well, man rob God, yet you are robbing me. But you ask, how do we rob you? In the face of offerings.
In tithes and offerings.
Good job.
So this one, why has the house of God been neglected? So dito na tayo sa tithes nga and offerings. So part nung physical works and worship doon sa law of Moses is about yung physical temple, yung tithes, yung offerings, and lahat ng mga ceremonies doon, mga ano, di ba? So those were lang yun, shadow. Ini-illustrate nun yung true worship. It illustrates the spiritual worship, which is love. Ang love mo, yun ang spiritual tithes and offerings. And yung tayo, lahat ng tao, yun na ang nagiging temple ni God.
It's
Diba?
done.
Not yet.
Almost.
So sabi ni God, during the Old Testament, we are robbing God if we don't give tithes and offerings. And you are neglecting the house of God if we don't give tithes and offerings. So yun, ini-illustrate ni God yung before Christ came. But when Christ came, ano nang ginawa ni Christ?
Cancel.
He canceled the law. He made this obsolete. Naging obsolete na niya. He is the end of the law. Sabi niya, pinahiya ko yung mga gumagawa niyan. By nailing myself to the cross, sabi niya, by doing the ultimate sacrifice na hindi na-cover ng mga sacrifice nyo. Sabi niya, na-fulfill ko na yan. So, di nyo na yan gagawin. So, ang gagawin na natin is
Spiritual offerings.
Spiritual offering, which is loving
Love your neighbor as yourself.
love your neighbor as yourself. Because, read this one.
Read it, Missy.
Read this one, Missy.
No loving other people, robbing God.
Not loving other people equals robbing God. Pag di mo daw minamahal yung ibang tao, you are robbing God. Di dyan sinasabi na you should love a false church or a false leader. Ibibigay mo daw yung tithes mo diretso sa taong nangangailangan. Examples of loving other people.
Love your neighbor as yourself.
This one.
Pure and undefiled religion. Care for orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world.
This one, Macy.
Look.
Read this one.
You gave me something to eat. You gave me something to drink.
You took me in, you clothed me, you looked after me, you visited me. Whatever you did for one of the list of these brothers of mine, you did it for me.
So, ito yung example nga na binigay ni Christ. You help the hungry, the thirsty, a stranger, the naked, the sick, those in prison. So, those are the people who are the least. Yung paa, you serve the feet. What's that? Oh, can you read?
The man is upside down.
Yes, it's upside down. Oh, the body
It's upside down.
of Christ.
Yeah, that's
Yung tunay na church talaga, yung gusto ni God na society, Ang church kasi hindi lang siya group. Global na siya eh. Buong mundo dapat gumagawa nito. Hindi lang dahil
It's upside down.
dahil follower ka ng isang religious person or leader, ba ni Muhammad o ni follower ka ni Pope, follower ka ni yun nga, ni Manalo or ni kung sinong mga leader. Hindi ganyan ang church. A church is the whole community, the whole nation. Parang Israel, di ba? It's a whole nation. It's a whole world na nga. It's global. It should be the whole world. So, ang sabi niya ni God, the church, the society should be like this. The feet should receive the first honor. Read this one.
Read the title.
Wash your feet.
Wash the feet. Mommy, read this one.
First honor. The lowest parts are least desirable, least honorable, and unseen. Should receive the highest honor, special care, best treatment, and attention.
Examples.
Examples are the poor, needy, homeless, widow, orphan, children, elderly, disabled, abused, vulnerable, sick, imprisoned, and etc.
So, yung sinisimbolize ng feet nga, mga ito. The least of the brothers. Doon dapat daw ibigay ang mga tithes, ang mga offerings. Ngayon, the least honor is the head. Yung mga leaders, yung may mga katengran, mga position sa sabi nga ni Jesus, if you want to be a leader, you need to be a servant. Diba? So read this one.
Least honor. Head is already desirable or honorable, should receive least care, no special treatment or attention.
Examples.
Example is the religious or the church leaders, apostles, prophets, teachers, or leaders and elders. Political leaders, kings, presidents, all politicians, head of family, father, mother.
And the workers, those in between or parang malapit na sa head. Examples. The givers.
The givers of material, donations, or charity like money, food, and etc. Miracle workers, healers, administrators, interpreters, workers, singers, and others.
So, ang purpose ni God niyan is equality. All members or parts are equal. Yeah, we are brothers and sisters. So, kahit leader ka or elder, you are a servant. Diba? Wala diyang lamangan. Yan ang tunay na church. Hindi natin to gawa-gawa. It is written in 1 Corinthians chapter 12.
Oops, my man is upside down.
Yes. So, kung hindi ganyan ang church na kinabibilangan mo, that is a false one. Kung ang church mo, ang honor ay nasa religious leader, that is a false church. Diba? There's no equality there. There's no justice there. So, gagamitin nga yung mga paa, yung mga poor, gagamitin as a cover, as a, parang front. Nasasabihin na we are doing this, we are giving these offerings to them. Nagiging front, pretentious. Pero you can see it on the lifestyle of those leaders and actions maski ng mga ibang members. Ang church talaga hindi lang siya yun ngang religious kasi tinuturo sa atin is separation of
Church and government
and state.
and state.
So magkahiwalay daw. That is false. Bakit? Anong sa palagay mo ang mali dyan? That is a false doctrine. That is the doctrine of The
The
enemy.
other one.
Ano yan eh? Antichrist yan. Ang separation of church and state. Why? How can you defend?
Kasi, sabi ni Jesus Christ,
Ano?
kailangan magpasakop tayo sa Kanya.
So si Jesus nga, gawin mong example, Jesus is the king. Siya yung magiging government in the future eh. So he is the leader either of the church and the state, di ba? So magkaano yan eh. Ang king dapat, ang president, ang political leader should be a godly person. Yun ang ine-expect sana ni God, di ba? For example, si Solomon, si King David. So they are not only the head of state, they are the head of the the church. They are godly people. So hindi mo pwedeng paghiwalayin yung church and state. Pag pinaghiwalay mo sila, anong mangyayari? Mawawala nga si God doon sa equation. So, as a leader, hahayaan mo yung kahit masasamang tao or kahit masasamang mga law, hahayaan mo sila. Kasi nga, you are separating God. Diba? Sasabihin, we are free. For example, sa Amerika, land of the free daw. Pero there is no truth, there is no justice. So, kahit mga atheist, malaya na sumamba kay Satanas or yung mga Satanist, di ba? So, kahit nga yung mga about abortion, about yung mga considered na sinful ni God, natotolerate ng government kasi nga ini-insist yung separation of church and state, na wala daw pakialam yung si God, yung religion sa government. So yun ang malaking pagkakamali. Another one, Missy. Read Ezekiel. He
does
not
Does not
he
exploit
does not
exploit
exploit
or oppress the poor. Mommy, read the rest.
does not rob them, gives food to the hungry and provides clothes for the needy. Share your bread with the hungry, to bring the poor and homeless into your home, to clothe the naked when you see him, and not to turn away from your own flesh and blood. Share who are in need, practice hospitality. Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers. Must work doing good with his own hands, that he may have something to share with the one in need. Those who are rich in the present age, not to be conceited. Do good, to be rich in good works, and to be generous and ready to share.
So ito yung mga dapat nating sundin. Missy, we should follow all this. Ito yung mga positive, di ba, na dapat being godly. How to really love God is to love other people. That's how we do tithes and offerings sa natin, sa panahon natin. And we will discuss tithes and offerings tomorrow or the next discussion kung paano ka talaga magbibigay nito. Hindi ka basta-basta magbibigay kung kaninong religion or kaninong group or kaninong leader. So ito na nga yung mga examples na dapat nating gawin. This is how we should love others, how we do spiritual offerings. Diba? Napansin mo dito, yung daw walang trabaho or yung magnanakaw, wag nang magnakaw, but must work. So dito sinasabi na kailangan natin bigay ka lang ng bigay ng bigay. Kasi yun nga, kahit bigyan mo yan ng bigyan, kung di naman nagtatrabaho, di pa rin walang kwenta, di ba? So di sinasabi sa Bible na tutulong ka lang ng tutulong. You will feed and feed. Kasi Jesus, when He fed the people once,
Sumunod-sunod sa kanya. Na,
so the next time, anong sabi niya sa mga tao?
sumusunod kayo sa akin kasi binigyan ko kayo ng tinapay.
Yung sabi niya, ang habol nyo lang sa akin is yung
Tinapay.
physical bread, nabusog kayo. You're not really after my words, my spiritual bread. So, ang supremacy nga ng spiritual bread is higher. It's supreme. Yun dapat ang tutukan. Na kailangan matuto ang mga tao na maging kontento, to live a simple and frugal life. Simple lives. Diba? Yun ang pinaka-importante. And the rich should not be conceited, but be generous, ready to share. Diba? Yun ang inaano nito, yung nagbibigay ng tithes noon, sino?
Yung mga rich.
Hindi yan mga rich. Yung talagang may trabaho. Kasi yung tithes noon binibigay sa mga
Mahirap.
sa mga needy talaga.
Mahirap.
Saka dun sa Levites. Yung mga Levites, yung sino nga yung Levites?
Yung makari na
Yung isa sila sa 12.
nagtagapag-alaga ng templo.
Wala silang trabaho. Nakatutok sila dun sa service, wala nga silang inheritance dun sa nung hinati-hati na yung mga yung promised land. So kung sino daw sa kapatid mo ang nangailangan, yun ang bigyan mo ng tithes, ng offering. Di ba? I-discuss natin yan more tomorrow. And this one, the last one, Macy. Read this one, Mommy.
Loving other people is not only physical but more of spiritual. Dissecting Matthew 25:35-36.
So, pag sinabi ni Jesus na I was hungry, you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. Macy, you read this one.
Hungry and thirsty, when of the word of God, give food and drink, sharing the word of God.
So, yung utos ni Jesus about dito nga sa Matthew 25:35-36. It's not only about physical. Mayroon din siyang spiritual aspect. So, pag sinabing hungry or thirsty, it means yung tao daw, there's famine of the words of God. Napag-aralan natin to, di ba, Mami?
Mm-hmm.
And when you say you give food and drink to the hungry and thirsty, it means you will share the words of God. Mami, you read the rest. Stranger.
Stranger equals to unbeliever, Gentile, non-Christian. Taking them in equals persuading them to become believers, become a member, son or daughter of God's household.
Nung sinabi ni Jesus na I was a stranger and you took me in, ibig sabihin you will share the words of God to the unbelievers, to the non-Christians. Yung purpose mo is to persuade the people na maging member nga ng household ni God, maging son or daughter ni God. Pag sinabing I was naked and you clothed me, Mami,
Nakedness equals shame, sinfulness, unrighteousness. Clothing sinners equals to putting on Jesus Christ, righteousness on them, removing shame.
Pag sinabi di bang naked, nung naging naked si Adam and Eve, anong ibig sabihin nun?
Makasalanan.
They became sinful. They were ashamed of their sins. So, pag sinabing you clothe me, ano nga yung suot nung babae doon sa Revelation 12?
Puti.
Yung she was clothed by the sun. So, ibig sabihin nun, she was wearing Jesus Christ. She was wearing the Son of Righteousness. Di ba? So, if you are wearing Christ, if you are like Christ, if you are imitating Christ, you will not be ashamed. Di ba? Kasi you will not be sinful. Another one.
I was sick and you looked after me. Sickness equals to sinfulness, death, unrighteousness. Look after the sick equals sharing the word of God which heals and gives life.
Diba? May spiritual meaning siya. Hindi lang siya physical na you will take care of the sick. Although physically you will do it, but more of spiritual aspect nga. Diba? We will be healed and we will have life if we have the words of God. Diba? Kung sinusunod natin si Jesus. We will not be sinful. No more death and unrighteousness. Yun ang tinutukoy na sickness. I was in prison and you visited me. Kami.
Prisoner, slave, or rebel equals people who are slaves of the law, sin, and death. Slaves of the flesh or desires of the things of this world. Slaves of spiritual rulers or authorities of this world and their basic or elementary spiritual principles. Sinners, the sons and daughters of Satan, the god of the world. Visiting a prisoner, slave, or rebel equals persuading them to become free through Jesus.
Pag sinabing prisoner nga sa Bible, you're a slave, you're a rebel. Pag slave ka pa ng kasalanan, ng mga desires of the things of this world, ng idolatry, mga sinful lifestyle, and if you are a slave of the law, the basic elementary spiritual principles, at yung mga nag-ano sa'yo na gumawa pa noon, yung mga religious leaders nga who are demanding you to do it. So you are considered a prisoner or a slave. You are a son or daughter of the God of this world, who is Satan. Masakit yan marinig, pero that is the truth, di ba? If you are a slave of these things, you are not a son of God. Kahit anong i-insist mo na I am the son of God, I am the child of God, but you are not. At dati tayong ganyan, and we are trying to become a son or child of God, di ba? But if you are still a slave, a prisoner nga, you cannot call yourself a son of God. Pag sinabing you visit a prisoner, it means you are persuading those people who are still slaves of these things to become free through Jesus. Yun nga. You need Jesus to become free. What's your Bible verse again, Missy? And you will know.
And you will.
To know the truth will set you free.
Very good. So yan. So tomorrow we will discuss more, or the next discussion, about the law of Moses, yung about tithes. So, ang na-discuss natin ngayon is about, yun nga, another problem ng physical works and worship. It leads to more corruption. And we will discover more bakit. Naibigay lang natin yung ano yung tama. Anong tamang worship dapat na gawin. Di ba? Kailangan natin malaman ano yung mali din. So we'll discuss that more later. Okay, let's sing.
Alright.